Hi guys, this is UFO sightings footage. Got a CERN related video for you here, and this is a funny one. Because did you know CERN has got a frequently asked questions page about demons and Satan? I kid you not. I kid you not. We'll get into it. Is the Large Hadron Collider dangerous? You know what? I'm going to use this as the title of this video. But mine is not instantly going to say no. Can you imagine if you walked up to the CERN, knocked on its door, they opened the door and they went, no. That's basically what they've done with this frequently asked questions page. No, go away. And then someone's come to the door and you've asked them this question, and this is what they say. Although powerful for an accelerator, the energy reached in the Large Hadron Collider is modest by nature's standards. Right, get this, nature's standards. Cosmic rays, particles produced by events in outer space, collide with particles in the Earth atmosphere at much greater energies than those of the LHC. These cosmic rays have been bombarding the Earth's atmosphere, as well as other astronomical bodies since these bodies were formed, with no harmful consequences. These planets and stars have stayed intact despite these higher energy collisions over billions of years. Now, don't forget, nature's standards. Well, in space, that's nature's standards, but we're talking about CERN. This is man-made. This is a directional disaster because it's man-made. They can direct it. I don't know if they bounce it off satellites, but if they could, they probably would. I know they're linked in because there's loads of CERNs around the world. They have magnets to keep these powerful rays on course. And they say that the magnets themselves stop the magnetic waves from reaching further than what they want. But basically, it's directional and it's man-made. So them liking it to nature's standards is totally wrong because it's not natural. It's like, I don't know, saying plastic is just like tree sap, but it's not. What happened with the LHC in 2015 and what does CERN plan to do in 2016? Well, obviously we know what's happened then. They've found ULOs, they've created black holes, big bangs. Is CERN's aim to prove that God does not exist? Well, again, you've knocked on the door and the first thing they've said is no. So they've got something to hide at CERN. We all know that. And they don't like it because we know that. Because we caught them doing satanic rituals actually at CERN in front of the Shiva god, which is there. It was a gift from India. Yeah, okay. No, people from all over the world work together harmoniously at CERN, representing all religions and cultures. CERN exists to understand the mystery of nature for the benefit of humankind. Scientists at CERN are the world's largest and most complex scientific instruments to study the basic constitutions of matter. The fundamental particles are made to collide together at close to the speed of light. This process gives the physicists clues about how the particles interact and provides insight into the fundamental laws of nature. Also, this is like a footnote, also, we like to recreate big bangs, black holes, bring demons through, have ULOs just laying around, doing nothing. We won't do nothing about them, but if anything does, we'll deal with it then, is basically what they said. And, you know what? Let's put all this crap aside. Let's just say what it is. CERN's a disaster. A disaster. Everybody working there is evil. They're bringing demons through. They're bringing God knows what through. And you know what? If there is a God, he's going to be pissed at man. I'm telling you. Really. They know exactly what they're doing. They know that the logo is a 666. They know it's, literal. And they're going to blow the world up. Stephen Hawking's, Michio Kaku, they all say it's bad. They won't go on record. Maybe they will, but, And the people there are very strange anyways. The strangest types of people that you can ever come across. As apparently it was a prank, this satanic ritual. But yet nobody filmed it from CERN. And it was on CERN property. So who was the prank for? Themselves. The only reason why we know about it is because somebody secretly recorded it. So if it was a prank, who was it for? Themselves? They was pranking themselves. That's a good one. See, this is what I'm saying. The people at CERN, defunct of brains anyways. That's all I'm going to say. They may be the most cleverest people on the earth, but I tell you now, they are defunct of brains. So what does that make us? More clever. Because we can see what they're doing. Why do you think it's underground? In the underworld? Why do you think everything's annotations to Satan? Because everything they're doing is wrong. They're horrible doing these things. They could blow up the world. They blew a fuse during an experiment. And what happens if they've got a black hole suspended in a vacuum and they blow a fuse? I tell you what's going to happen. It's going to blow the world up. Or implode. It's going to implode, then explode. And there'll be no human race. And this is why the Mandela effect's been happening. Like ripples. Alright, there may be a massive implosion in the future, but we're seeing the ripples now coming back. Ripples go outwards. But in this way, it's like the ripples have gone backwards and forwards. That's what it does. That's what ripples are. Ripples don't just go forward. Things that happens in the future are still going to affect us now. Because ripples go in every direction. And that's what the Mandela effect is. It's shaking the realities. And this is why they may be doing something good by trying to stop it. But you cannot fight something with the devil, Satan. And I think they've put their trust in Satan because what other science? This is the biggest science thing ever known to man. What other science institute has to put up a frequently asked questions about the devil, about Satan and demons? They've already brought a ULO through. They've already brought an entity through. So that's neither near. That's not an argument. It's here. There's proof. And the weirdest thing about it is that the head of CERN, Sergio Becciolocci, whatever his name is, he actually went on record and said that they're not bothered about it at the minute because it's not doing anything. If it starts to do anything, if that changes, then they will do something. But they've got no plans in place to do anything about it. Well, there you go. These are the types of people that we are dealing with, the people who are concerned. We're not conspiracy theorists, we're concerned theorists. Anyways, the whole, I've said it before, and you know what, I'll probably say it in every one of my videos, but the actual definition of a conspiracy theorist is somebody who questions the statements of known liars. Right off the bat, first word they say is no. Knock, knock, no. Go away. And everything else from that no onwards is just carefully worded by people who are paid to talk on behalf of people in their favour. They're not actually, the head of social media is not going to come out and say anything bad against CERN, because she will turn up Monday morning to her desk cleared. So it doesn't matter what these frequently asked questions are. It really does not matter, because everything from that word no is irrelevant. 666, put them on top of each other, you'll get CERN. They're doing satanic rituals. They're putting on ritual performances at the Gotthard Tunnel. Other performances, Dance of Symmetry. No, that was weird as hell. That was satanic. If ever have I seen one, absolutely demonic. They're all demonic. And you know what? If it's one big prank, they're sick. Sick individuals. Actually, they said it was a prank. We know that they're sick. They're poorly people. They really are. They need medication. Because they think they're doing it on behalf of mankind, but they're not doing it on behalf of me. Absolutely not. I want nothing to do with demons, entities, ULOs, different dimensions, black holes and big bangs. I don't want nothing to do with them. Absolutely not. Keep them. So yeah. Did you know CERN has got a frequently asked questions page about demons and satanic and Satan? As always, you tell me what's right or wrong. Be nice to each other. Don't troll each other, please. You're out of order if you do, and you're gone anyways, so pack your bags. It is on course. And they say that the magnets themselves stop the magnetic waves from reaching further than what they want. But basically, it's directional and it's man-made. So them liking it to nature's standards is totally wrong, because it's not natural. Hi guys, this is UFO sightings footage. Got a CERN related video for you here, and this is a funny one, because did you know CERN has got a frequently asked questions page about demons and Satan? I kid you not. I kid you not. We'll get into it. Is the Large Hadron Collider dangerous? You know what? I'm going to use this. Cosmic rays, particles produced by events in outer space, collide with particles in the Earth atmosphere at much greater energies than those of the LHC. These cosmic rays have been bombarding the Earth's atmosphere, as well as other astronomical bodies since these bodies were formed, with no harmful consequences. These planets and stars have stayed intact despite these higher energy collisions over billions of years. Now, don't forget nature's standards. Well, in space, as the title of this video. But mine is not instantly going to say no. Can you imagine if you walked up to the CERN, knocked on its door, and they opened the door and they went, no. That's basically what they've done with this frequently asked questions page. No, go away. And then someone's come to the door and you've asked them this question, and this is what they say. Although powerful for an accelerator, the energy reached in the Large Hadron Collider is modest by nature's standards. Right, get this, nature's standards. That's nature. That's nature's standards. But we're talking about CERN. This is man-made. This is a directional disaster, because it's man-made. They can direct it. I don't know if they bounce it off satellites, but if they could, they probably would. I know they're linked in, because there's loads of CERNs around the world. They have magnets to keep these powerful